Another big story which is really in the limelight right now is Kaynes Technologies. Let's quickly pull up that one on the screens and see what the stock is doing in trade. The CEO has resigned. Two stocks, two opposite reactions. Rajesh Sharma has stepped down. Puneet, very quickly, anything that you're picking up on this and the kind of growth that Kaynes has seen with this current CEO?
Well, definitely, it is a big action because it's one of the bigger companies in the EMS space. We have seen the resignation has been announced, and he will be resigning effective 31st October of 2025. The stock saw a strong reaction, down 4% post the news coming in, and it's key because he has been with Kaynes Tech since October of 2021. So he's been there for the last 4 years, and the company has seen exponential revenue growth of 57% CAGR, as visible on your screen, from roughly about 700 crores all the way up to 2,700 crores in terms of revenue. The stock's also up 8 times since the company listed back in November of 2022 as well, and he is key for the company. We had him at one of our panels as well, where he spoke about the EMS opportunity as a whole here. Also, that's definitely a big one for the company. It's a company which has seen huge retail interest, and hence you saw that reaction on the stock as well.
Thank you, Puneet, for that. In fact, we have Mr. Jairam Sampath, whole-time director and CFO at Kaynes Technologies, joining in. Jairam, welcome to the show and a pleasure to speak to you as always at NDTV Profit. This is big news for investors as well, where the CEO has resigned. If you could help us understand more, what is the reason? Because right now we're talking about the resignation on the basis of, personal reasons, and opportunities outside.
Yeah, so I have Mr. Ramesh Kannan himself. He will brief you on this.
Okay.
Hey, morning. This is Ramesh Kannan here. See, what has happened is he wanted to move to Bangalore, and then we have been discussing this issue. So, very friendly, you will shortly hear from us who is the next CEO, as well as, and we are also expanding the team because company is becoming big. I need to expand the team. Okay. So, Rajesh Sharma, who has been very effective all these days, has decided to move on to Bangalore, and then our headquarters being in Mysore, this particular post has to be in Mysore. So that is the reason. And as you know, I am on completely hands-on even today from the day it has been listed. So everything is in place, and we have a good succession plan for every post.
Kannan, a very good afternoon to you. Thanks so much for joining in, and Mr. Sampath as well as Puneet this side. So you have mentioned that, the CEO has resigned now, effective 31st October 2025. Could you give us some perspective of, who is going to come in as a replacement, and will he be coming in effectively from 1st November of 2025 itself?
Yes, you are right. He'll be on board, and you will see him, because this needs a board meeting, and also we have already called the board meeting. So shortly, we need not wait till then, and all, shortly you will see this.
So will we see the announcement coming in very soon, effectively in the next couple of days? Could we see that announcement of the new CEO, and who will that be, in just the next 2 to 3 days or in the next week itself?
Yeah, you will see in next 3-4 days.
Okay. So, Mr. Kannan, my question to you is, was this something which was already planned? And this is not a knee-jerk resignation that has come in from the current CEO?
It has been well planned.
Okay.
It has been well planned.
Has the appointment internally with regards to where scouting out for the new CEO, has that process already started? The selection has been made? Or at what stage are you on that front?
I have done the selection. He has been with me for last couple of months.
Okay.
Making him understand, because company is expanding, so I need to expand the company.
Okay, so then my next question comes to you over here is, if this was in the making over the last couple of months, where the new selection, where succession plan was already in place, why such a short time for the current CEO with regards to, the transfer and the announcement? Because we're talking about, on the 19th of September, the last day is the 31st of October. Will those number of days really be enough to do the transfer process in terms of the succession plan then?
See, his whole idea was to move on after this quarter's board meeting is getting over. So board meeting is getting over by that time, and then we all agreed the moment the board meeting is over, he will move on. That is the whole idea.
So,
Also, I think we do work with, it's a team-based approach here. Every business has got its own leadership. And so there are, it is not as if one person only does something. It is a few people, a team which works, because we are also responsible to customers and so on and so forth. So in such cases, we definitely have people ready to step in. And as Mr. Ramesh mentioned, he also is fully appraised of all the activities in the company. All the decision making is through committees that he is chairing most of those committees himself. So in terms of preparedness to deliver on guidance, 100%. And we are sure that we will not only deliver, we might even exceed the guidance.
Mr. Sampath and Mr. Kannan, so you have mentioned that he will be appraised with a lot of the workings in CaneStack. So will it be safe to say that he's going to be an internal candidate that's already been working at CaneStack for the past few months?
Yeah, a couple of months he's been working. You will see some more expansion in this company. So it will be internal team only.
See, the thing is, we are expanding. So very shortly, we'll be almost $1 billion. So obviously, there are a lot of internal processes happening to identify leadership, and we always oversize the company a little bit. So you will see not only one appointment, there'll be many other people joining into the company, the senior management cadre. And so these have been at the works for some time. So this is unfortunate that, of course, due to personal reason, he had to go. But then a company does not depend on one person. It's a collective team that works. And the entire promoter control is completely intact. And so we think that we will definitely overcome this small hurdle, and then you will see in coming weeks a proper response from our side in terms of filling in the positions and even augmenting the same.
Right. Mr. Sampath and Mr. Kannan, the other thing I want to ask you is, as you're saying right now, that the candidate that you have in mind for the CEO's position has been with the company already, so the handover is going to be absolutely smooth. For how long has this potential new CEO been with the company so far, number one? And two, when we talk about Rajesh Sharma as well, several milestones that he has also cited, so far, including the successful IPO, the stock, the way it has moved, I think, from listing to now, almost 850% is the kind of gains that we've seen on the counter. With all of this said and done, and the expansion that he was able to get in with regards to capacity, driving inorganic growth, all of this will continue to remain the same with the new candidate. I mean, yes, that is going to be the endeavor that the management team is going to have as well. But is that the faith that you will be able to put in?
I will be able to put in a similar activity, and as you know, I am on full control of this company. So absolutely there will be no change. You will see electronics business has just started growing, so you will see it growing further and further as far as change is concerned.
The launching of IPO, QIPs, growth of the company, etc., is not just individual effort, it's a team effort. And there are people who have been there before even he joined, who have put lent their shoulder to the process. It is not as if one person takes it over. Since you asked a pointed question, we are supposed to reply like this. And you will see, I think, in terms of our plans, you will see no shortfall in achievement, and maybe probably it will get even better. We'll put with renewed vigor.
And just a final couple of questions from my side. Essentially, Mr. Sampath, we have been speaking to you since the launch of this channel, essentially, and you have been very vocal about the growth opportunities that you have for CaneStack as well. We've spoken to Mr. Kannan as well on policy. Could you give us some perspective of what was your expectations from the current CEO? Was it more of policy making with the government, and the new candidate potentially will continue that work, or is there some capability within the semicon space which you are entering right now is where you wanted to hire the new CEO from?
Yeah, so just to clarify, every business has got its own CEO. Like Semicon, Mr. Raghu Panikkar is there. There is a CEO for circuits. North America is also, there is a CEO in Canada. And even here, all the business units have, there are identified business unit heads, and then there are plant heads, there are functional heads. So this is a complex organization. And while we do, of course, appoint senior position, but people have different flavors in their jobs. Some people bring some other strength to the job. Some people bring some other functional strength, etc. So, while when we appoint the new candidate for this thing, we look at all the other, let's say, vulnerabilities in the company, and we make sure that we take the opportunity to plug. It is not just a replacement. It is not with the past in mind, but with the future in mind. So we are now preparing for a $2 billion organization. So that is why the kind of candidates that we will get on board will be suitable for that kind of a business too. It's just unfortunate to leave people go, colleagues who have been there for a few years to go, but then life has to go on, and the company does not depend on one individual as it is, and we are very adequately, let's say, resourced as far as each of the businesses are concerned, and that's why the confidence comes in terms of achievement, and the major, let's say, support comes from the customers, and so that relationships are held by different individuals, like key account managers and so on and so forth. So yeah, so you will not see any major changes from that perspective. Yes, we could would have welcomed if he stayed back, but then there's a personal reason for which he has to move on. So we also don't want to compel beyond a point. So that's why we said that in any case, we are reaching the organization a little bit, strengthening it for the next $2 billion kind of number by FY30. So we will consider this problem also, and then next 2-3 days time frame, it's already solved. You will see the announcements after the due process.
Absolutely. We'll be looking forward to the new CEO, to the announcements. And
Sure.
in fact, we will be looking forward to speaking to him at NDTV Profit as well to understand his strategy, his mindset. I hope, Mr. Kannan and Jairam, you would be okay with that as well and get us an opportunity to speak to him ASAP.
Perfectly okay, madam.
Absolutely. We're looking forward. But thank you so much for the clarification and the growth plan with regards to Kaynes Technologies getting to that $2 billion mark in the next 5 years. That absolutely remains on track, and this is a strategic move. That is what the management is clarifying right now. This was pretty much in works with the existing CEO resigning and the new CEO, the new potential CEO who will be coming in the next 2 to 3 days. The announcement is expected, has been working pretty closely with the company over the last 1 year. So the handover is expected to be smooth from here on. That's the clarification that has come in so far.